what's up? It's I'm back with another video. Today I'll be showing you my new updated settings for Chapter 3 Season 2. And I'll give you an update on how the SCUF instant controller's doing. And an update on my mouse and keyboard mechanics now, since I did just start playing mouse and keyboard. And I'll give some tips through the video on how to improve mouse and keyboard as quick as possible. So yeah. Anyways, let's get to the video. Also, right before we get to settings, I apologize about the inconsistency in my channel, but I'll have my main channel linked in the description, and it's at the end of my video every time, because I'm always uploading that channel. I just usually run out of ideas on this channel, and I'm not as motivated to upload on this channel. So yeah, if you want to see more videos from me, and like all my clips, that's on my main channel. That'll be in the link in the description, so yeah, check that out. Alright, for the settings, we got all this. I still play on, so I play on 1440p quality, which I am a fan of high quality gaming, but I am planning to move on to 240Hz monitors soon. And the monitor I'm playing on right now is a 1440 144Hz. The only reason it's on 160 FPS is so I don't get screen tearing. Because if I put it on 144 frames per second, even with G-Sync on, it will cause screen tearing. So that's why I do 160 FPS. And then brightness is 150. And in all this, I play on low everything, performance mode. So yeah, that's that. And then we got these settings: toggle sprint on, auto open doors on, but I find it's bugged recently. Sometimes it won't auto open doors, which sucks. Yep, keep that hold jump. Hold swap pickaxe, hold swap pickup, have that on. Mark danger, have that on if you're playing team modes. All this is basically preferable, and I don't use confirm edit on release. I find it's quicker to just edit with triple edit binds. Disable pre-edit, triple building of course, and then when it comes down here, like turn off tutorial, Ember view off. None of these are even used anymore, so just, oh yeah, have tap search interact on, turn that on. And then replays, you want to have them all off for minimal input delay. My HUD scale is 50% because I want to see everything. I have everything turned on in HUD. I don't use this. Here's my mouse and keyboard settings that I'm using to improve my mouse and keyboard right now. I don't use edit on release on mouse and keyboard either. So yeah, these are my settings for mouse and keyboard. And then here are my controller settings. Nothing has changed recently except my dead zones. That's really it. I don't even know what these are, but I don't use it. So these are my settings. I have had these settings right here, 2.3, 2.3, 44, I'm at 47, 47 since I switched to PC. No, since I switched to 144Hz. Anyways, it's been over a year I've been playing on the exact same settings. The only settings that ever changed were, these used to be 2.4, and I think I changed it to 2.3 almost a year ago, maybe a bit less than a year ago. But yeah, these have literally been the same settings. These things right here have been the same settings for almost a year. And then my ADS sensitivity has been the same for a decent amount of time. I used to have it at 8.8 and no boost, but I found out that putting on a 7% boost, it makes it so it's like more of an exponential ADS sensitivity compared to linear, which really helps with aiming in long distance fights. So yeah. And then I play on linear. I've been playing on linear ever since they removed legacy. And then the only thing that changed since last video was I had 7 and 5 dead zones. There's like this, I'm pretty sure. And now I'm on 10-10 because I play on controller. Obviously the controller's gonna get stick drift after time, so that's kind of unpreventable, but it sucks. And I'm not buying a new controller because Scuffed Instinct is $300, so yeah. So let's get to the mouse and keyboard binds. WASD, spacebar, sprint. The sprint fast I use 6, and then auto run equals I slide with left shift. Reload. Harvesting tool I use C, and I open chests and pick up weapons with scroll wheel up. Scroll wheel down is my reset. And then these are my slots. B is for my AR. So my thumb buttons that I used to build, the thumb buttons I used to build, I used the bottom one to build a stair and then the top one to build a wall. And then I used Q for roof, which was the hardest building key that, well, it was the longest to learn, because Q felt like forever to learn how to use. Whenever I was building, it was super hard to place cones at the start, but now it's normal. Right now I'm learning how to like edit with my gun out now, like trying to do triple edits and stuff with my gun out with mouse and keyboard. I'm at that point. I haven't done much aim training, but my aim isn't too bad on mouse. It's just naturally decent, so yeah. One thing you gotta get used to with mouse and keyboard too is that once you click the build you want to place, you have to have your mouse, like your trigger, held down whenever you want to place it, which I found pretty hard when I first switched to mouse and keyboard, but yeah. And here we go, first scroll wheel reset and my edit button. My edit's E. And you want to have, for scroll wheel reset, you want to have scroll wheel down next to your edit bind. And then for your reset bind too, it's going to be second on each. And then it's going to be reset building, right mouse button, which I don't use. So yeah, that's basically it for my mouse and keyboard binds. So let's move to controller binds. So everything in my controller bind stayed the same. The only thing is, last time, right here, right on D-pad, used to be edit/switch mode, and that was used to reduce input delay to edit. But since sprinting has became a thing, it's more important to have that than the switch mode, because it isn't the biggest difference at all. It's barely noticeable. It's supposed to reduce input delay, but I don't really feel a difference, so I kept it like that. I play on generic settings, but it shows as Xbox controller. I don't know if that's a bug or anything, but yeah, there we go. So yeah, all this is the same. You can copy it if you want. Select reset. And also I confirm with B, which is binded to my right paddle, and then A jump is my left paddle. So yeah, that's my settings. Alright, now I'll show you me just free building with the mouse and keyboard and controller now. So basically, I have improved a lot of mouse and keyboard just building, as you can see. hitting triple edits. Like, free building is a lot easier than it used to be on mouse and keyboard when I first switched. And a lot of things I find easier, especially this edit right here, I'll show you. That wall edit is a lot easier to do on mouse and keyboard. Like, a lot of movements are a lot easier to do on mouse and keyboard than controller. But I'm still better on controller. For those who want to know what mouse and keyboard I use the Razer Home Run bundle, which consists of a headset, mouse and keyboard, and mouse pad, which is like really good. And it's held up really nice, really good products. So yeah, if you want to get them, it's a good purchase to make. But yeah, let's move on to the SCUF Instant Controller. This thing I've had almost for 3 months, and it's had no problems at all. By far way better than the Elite V2. And yeah, the builds explain itself. Basically, I'll just put rebuilding clips at the end of this video to show how much, like, how good my builds are now with this controller. And I've been improving way faster with this controller than I ever did with the Elite, so yeah, I would highly recommend this controller, even how expensive it is. It's still great. So yeah, that's it for the video. I'll put the clips of me free building at the end. So yeah, like and subscribe. Don't forget to sub to my other channel too.